This meeting is being recorded for being televised and stuff. Ask if anybody else is recording. Seeing none? Okay. Next item on the agenda is citizens' comments. See, we have one tonight.
Mark Bennell. Mark Bennell, 4 Field Street. On the stairs, hope they don't do a dark color, do like a light color, and like maybe like 3 inches in, do like a yellow on your stairwell.
I think Eric, you want to answer this on the stairs, the rubber mats to get the color. I know we're going over colors tonight, and that's one of the colors we're doing. But I mean, you want to describe it?
So what we were proposing for the stairs is to have the top and bottom tread of every flight of stairs would be a contrasting color. So most of the stairs would be a light color, but that first tread would be a contrasting color. It would be a dark. We're proposing a dark blue for the top and bottom of each run. So that kind of gives you that visual cue of
Where it starts and where it ends. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lighter color would be better, like a yellow or something like that, for the vision impaired.
Well, what they're looking for is a contrast. So if the main run is light, we were going with a darker color for the contrast.
Okay. The sidewalk going from West Street into the school, is that a straight shot in? Is there any curve cuts on that?
I believe there is a curve cut there. A proposed curve cut.
You think you put like the tag type on that? Is that gonna be a crosswalk? Okay, make it light up like you did, like some places like the side the crosswalk will light up when the person's in it.
It's not right now. It's not planned to be electronic or anything. It's on it's in the parking lot. Is where the crosswalk is, coming up off of the sidewalk, heading over to the main sidewalk, heading into the building. So the curb cuts will have the rumple strip on it and the alternate color and stuff.
So
on the ramps you'll see it. Plus, then there'll be a striped crosswalk.
it's just just more safer when the person's in it, it would light up. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Any other comments? Seeing none. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes from the last meeting, which are in the packages and are attached.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the August 12th, 2014 minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Mr. Murray seconds. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Abstain.
Okay, we got 2 abstains and 6 approvals, right? Or 9 approvals. 7 approvals. Sorry. Next item on the agenda is the general updates. Paul from Skanska is up first.
Good evening. What I wanted to do is give you a quick update on what's been going on for the past month for the building. The gym concrete has been poured and it is finished. The south and north wing framing and sheathing is installed. The south wing precast and veneer has started. Continue roadway curbing installation, that is ongoing. It has started and will be going on for the next couple more weeks. Paving bonding course is installed all road and parking areas. All of the steel has been erected except for the canopies at the skylights. Plumbing piping is ongoing, has been, so is electrical wiring, and HVAC ductwork is also being installed along with the fire suppression piping. The next item I have is the West Street project update. Skanska, over the past month, we've had ongoing meetings with Verizon, also with National Grid, and town officials and school officials. That's been ongoing. Skanska has solicited and received quotes for appraisals for the land being affected for the West Street work, which you'll be looking at in just a minute. VHB has performed additional survey work that was required by Verizon because of the schedule. They've already completed that work, although you will be approving their change order tonight. Poll petitions are also underway by Verizon. They will be submitted to the Board of Selectmen within the next week or two. And multiple items are being developed for the town meeting, one of which is the warrant of articles that you'll be reviewing also in a few minutes. Last thing is this coming Tuesday, September the 23rd at 6:30 here in this room. We will be holding a public hearing. This is for all of the improvements that will be happening for the West Street. These improvements are including the roadway widening, the pavement milling and overlay, and new full-depth pavement. It's also including the sidewalks, drainage upgrade, along with new signage and striping. The next item we've got is the review of the increase in cost. Near the end of your package, you'll see a page that looks like this. Should be the second or third last page. Okay, and I just wanted to review your original, I've got your original budget of what we've had on this project when we first started. Skanska at $50,000, VHB at $96,500. We had a construction cost estimate at $950,000 and other as $50,000, totaling $1,146,500. This budget has been updated. One of the changes of what you'll see on the chart below it, VHB has been increased by the change order of $3,200, which is that survey work that I alluded to a few minutes ago, increasing their contract cost to $99,700. Also, VHB has completed the 25% drawings and estimates that relate to those 25% drawings. Their estimates have come in at $1,043,712. It's above the $950,000 we originally had projected. I've also increased the other line item by $150,000. The reasons for this is National Grid, Verizon, and other services. We're responsible for any of the relocation of the poles, supplying electricity, cable, phone, or whatever to all of the abutters, all the houses across the street. Anything that's related to the utility relocation, we will be 100% responsible for. We have also discovered that the district offices, the building we're in now, and the fire station will need to have a complete new service upgrade. So I have added money in there to try to cover these costs as well. That is something we'll have to bid out as we get closer to the end stage of this project. I've also included money in there to cover the appraisals that we're getting ready to approve today, and also the costs that we may incur for the land takings for this work going forward. So the total project budget is increased to now $1,393,412. If you actually turn the page over on the one you're looking at, this is the VHB change order for the survey work that they've already performed that Verizon requested. I need for the committee to review this and approve for payment.
We can, we can do all our invoices together at the end.
Well, this isn't an invoice, this is just a change order
Oh.
at this point. If you can approve that, they'll invoice, I guess, at a later date. Sorry.
Okay.
The change order would just be for the $3,200 in labor and the $100 in expenses?
That's correct, with a total of $3,200.
I'll make a motion.
All right. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Questions, discussions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It's been approved.
Next topic, your next page in your booklet, you'll see a list of 4 companies or quotes that we've received for the, to provide appraisals for the land. Originally, we thought we were going to need 2 appraisals. However, we were instructed by the town solicitor, town attorney, that we'll only need 1 at this portion or this part of the process. Out of the 4 that we've got in, I think it's Guidry and Platt Real Estate Analysts. They came in with the lowest bid of $7,700. I'd like to propose that we accept their quote and go ahead and put them under contract to provide the appraisals that are required for West Street.
Okay.
Good, Mr. Chairman. What is their rough time frame to complete their work?
All the appraisals, or their appraisals for all this work will have to be, or will be due back to me by October the 10th.
Okay.
And it's.
We have to have that in enough time for the town meeting, which is
Yeah,
October the 21st.
I think it's 14 parcels. I mean, some of them are tiny little
Yeah.
sections and some of them are just construction right of ways and stuff, but it's a lot of little stuff that they gotta put together.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'm always curious when I see the low bidder double anybody else down below, so could there be some insight as to the 7,007 versus, said 21,008? I mean, the next one down is 13, so that's double. It seems like they weren't looking at the same parcels or the same amount of work.
Right. Their scope of work is the same. I did have the same questions myself and approached the city engineer, Bill Coyle, who's done a lot of this work in the past when it comes to estimating or appraisals. He said that this is not uncommon, and that as long as their contract does, state that they fulfill the requirements that in the proposal, that he would advise we also move forward with the low bid.
So that has been thoroughly looked through, and all the ifs, ands, and buts, and could be's have all been eliminated?
Yes, they were already provided
This is
plans
solid.
with
Okay.
descriptions and deeds of the land and everything that they'll have to appraise.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right.
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we enter into agreement with Guidry and Platt Real Estate Analysts for $7,700 to do the necessary appraisals.
Second.
Any other discussions, comments? All right, all those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's been approved.
Okay. The next page you'll see is, we're looking for you to approve the warrant article for the special town meeting. They'll be coming up. What you're looking at is, I have it. Mary Ellen, do you?
October 21st, second.
Right, but I haven't seen this up until right now.
That's been recommended and reviewed by Attorney Hennigan.
Oh, okay. So this is to allocate them funds?
So the draft warrant article you have before you, Attorney Hennigan recommends that this be approved with the understanding that there will be some language amendments to it as deemed necessary. But this is really to identify, because you need to get approval at town meeting in order for land takings and easements.
So the monies have already been captured and voted on and approved in the overall $45.3 million overall budget for the project. And this is just, town meeting has to vote on and approve any land takings and stuff. So that's what this article is bringing up.
Mr. Chairman, at the time of the town meeting, will there be an actual sum of money figure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's, as you see in here, there's a italicized section where the method of providing property descriptions need to be discussed, that's gonna be, it'll be laid out. There's, like I said, there's 14, between some permanents and then some temporary construction use right-of-ways and stuff that we need to do.
So this is more just the structure of the article, and it's gonna
Yes.
be finalized at some point.
Right, that's, the appraiser's gotta get through his stuff and have that on there.
As Mr. Imsey said, this money has already been appropriated in the 44.5 million. There may be a warrant article that will be required due to bond counsel, so that way to allow for the use of that money appropriated for the purpose of land taking. So I would ask you to approve an article to that effect as well, in case it is needed.
Shall we read the article?
Sure. Sure.
If I might, Mr. Chairman. Article for town meeting yet not enumerated. To see if the town meeting will vote to approve the expenditure of a sum of money from the appropriation for construction of the Auburn Middle School, as approved by town meeting pursuant to its vote on Article 17 of the May 2013 annual town meeting, or by borrowing or otherwise for the acquisition by purchase, eminent domain, or otherwise, of certain parcels of land, including temporary and permanent easements, all as, parentheses, method of providing property description needs to be discussed, for the purpose of altering, redesigning, and widening West Street as required by the Auburn Planning Board site plan approval for the Auburn Middle School project, including costs incidental and relative thereto, and to authorize the Board of Selectmen to take such land pursuant to the provisions of Mass General Laws, Chapter 79, and to take any and all other action necessary to carry out said takings, or act on anything relative thereto. With that said, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion in support of the proposed article, subject to language amendments as deemed necessary.
Second.
Okay, there was a second, all right. Comments, discussions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Been approved. Do we need a second one for, to,
I would
We don't
do a
have-
cautionary basis, just in case.
but we don't have, there's nothing written up on it.
No.
Why would you vote on something if it's not written up here?
I'll say.
It may not be required by the SBC, it's just looking with bond counsel of whether it would need to be reappropriated. The original 44.5 million did not say for land takings, so that's still being reviewed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Should, should we write something up quick?
I'd have to write something up for it, yes.
And then we'll come back to that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right, meantime, the last item I have under Skanska is confirmation for Mark MC to be approved for work up to $20,000 for GMP contingency and owner contingency. The reason I have this on here is, although we did address this months back, it was a little, it was hard to define if we really approved it for both of the contingencies for Fontaine and also for the owner contingency. So I wanted to bring it back up and make sure that it's very clear that it was approved for both of those contingencies for his ability to approve cost up to the $20,000.
If I might, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we confirm that Mr. Mark MC, chairman of the committee, has the approval to approve work up to $20,000 for both the GMP contingency and the owner's contingency.
Yep. Second?
Second.
All right. Any other discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So vote.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Next up is update from Lamro Pagano. Eric Moore.
We've been continuing with construction administration, regular job meetings. The building is, a lot is happening out there. If you've been out there,
as Paul described, a lot of the tradespeople are out there now, and we've been reviewing that work as well as reviewing submittals and the like. We've been also working on FF&E, fixtures, furnishings, and equipment. We had a meeting today, and I can report that we are on schedule with that work. We expect to have another meeting, a follow-up meeting in a couple of weeks, and for the next building committee meeting, we expect to have a kind of a master list of equipment and furnishings, along with a budget for your review and approval. We also scheduled a technology meeting to review the technology purchases, computers, servers, that sort of equipment, including the telephone system, and that is scheduled for mid-October. And again, that work is also on schedule. I have tonight, you may remember that at the last meeting, we talked about having a color board and the need to select finishes and release those finishes so that materials can be ordered for the building. So we've prepared a color board. Your arm will fall off, it's so heavy. Yeah, that's, I'll probably point to this, and that, actually, maybe, so I can see it too, Jesse. I'll need
Well,
to.
what do you need for the
How about we
TV?
just leave it, can you see it right over here if I put it on a chair? And then I can,
Or next to it, I can put it
point,
next one.
can everybody see that? Yeah. Can people see that?
Yep.
Okay. So my intent tonight is to walk through some of the larger items, the things like flooring, ceramic tile, lockers, carpeting, the terrazzo, things that typically take a long time to fabricate, and things that we want to release and get ordered right now. This is not the entire building. We also have millwork to cover, and we'll be coming back to you with another presentation for that. This is kind of the general theme of things that we'll follow through. So this is an overall floor plan, and the idea really is to use Auburn's color blue as an accent color throughout the building, and carry that through with some other accent colors in some of the classroom wings. You may remember seeing some of this before. This is the main lobby area with the terrazzo tile and the entry carpet, classroom wings, gymnasium, and cafeteria. You see these areas in white. We are carpeted areas where we still would like to just follow up with some additional patterns on that. So. This is the second floor. Likewise, the two classroom wings, the media center, and then you're seeing the gym here. One note here: what you're seeing here, this dark color is a shadow. These are plans, and if you can imagine that the building was just cut with a giant chainsaw, and then a light shone from up here. This dark represents a shadow and is not meant to be part of the pattern. It just kind of highlights the walls. So starting in the lobby area, we have terrazzo tile on the floor, and those are along here. These four colors. Can people see those? Those are the main terrazzo colors. We have this dark blue at the perimeter, and that's also the base. The field tile would be the lightest color there, and then we have a lighter blue accent as well as a darker tan color, which crosses and also ties in with these pilasters in the lobby. And up above on the walls, we have a plastic laminate paneling system. So that's proposed as this color here. It's kind of a warmer wood tone. We also have some accents in certain areas, so you can see the bridge crossing here and the stair going up, and this bay that projects out of the media center would have an accent plastic laminate panel, and that would be this silver metallic color. Once you get up above the height where people can really touch the walls and leave marks and things, we've gone to a painted chipboard surface with some reveals built into them. And these surfaces up here will be painted with some wood trim. We have the skylight above. And that's one feature that you really can't make out here, but it would be located right here underneath the bridge. There would be your Auburn logo, which would be a custom logo out of terrazzo, and that would actually be cast right into the or built right into the floor. So moving on, these are elevations of the side. We also up high. We also have some acoustical wall panels, and those are these fabrics here. Kind of a neutral fabric for the field. This gray color, and then the blue would be an accent. Again, the blue that we're carrying through the building, and those will help mitigate echoes and sound reverberation in the space, and keep it from being a really noisy space. You can also see in here some of the display cases along here, and also entrances into the gym, the cafeteria. This is the stair, as we mentioned before. On the upper level, there's also a display case. And then on the opposite wall, the projected bay, the school store, and then the opening into the classroom wing under the bridge. These are flat panel displays for daily information. They can also be used to display information, mass chips information, sustainability information, and that's one of the ways we're helping to achieve mass chips compliance. Also some built-in millwork benches along this wall here. This is a typical classroom corridor, and I've got several images of this. Basically the same. The only thing that's different is the top here. This is an enlarged plan of one of the corridors. So this is the main corridor along here, and each one of these is a classroom. And then on the opposite side, this same thing with this part in the middle would be the teacher's workroom, and then stairs at the end here. But the idea is we have a field of kind of a neutral color linoleum, which is this color here. And then we have this accent stripe that runs down the corridors and connects at this cross corridor. You can see that along here, and that would be this blue color. And then in each of the three classroom wings has an accent color. In this case, it's shown as a light blue. So we have this some of the cross accent stripes line up with the classroom entries, and that would be this color here. Other accent colors are the green and the yellow, so those would be the other classroom wings. And at each, as you can see, at each classroom entrance, we've built out some pilasters to kind of accentuate that entrance, and we're running some accent tile. So in each class corridor, it'll have the accent tile will be this light blue, the green, or the yellow, and these are glass tiles. They'll really highlight those entrances, and then on the face of the face of the tiles, any place we have walls typically that could be touched, we have ceramic tile, and that's more of a neutral tile. We're also using a corner protection. It's actually built right into the tile there. It's a system so that, you know, you don't have sharp edges at the corners, or it's a bullnose shape there. The lockers will typically, we're proposing as a neutral color, so that would be all the lockers through the building, you know, rather than really highlighting the accent colors, you know, in each quarter. That could get to be too much, so we're proposing this, again, it's a neutral color, kind of picks up on the ceramic tile. And I don't know if you can make out down the quarter here, there's an area that's recessed at the teacher's workroom. That would again have some accent tile stripes at that location. But actually, so this is a similar situation with showing the green accent tiles. We didn't change each rendering, but you can imagine that these blue cross pieces would be the green accent tiles there. Not tiles, but linoleum. And at this corridor, the yellow and the glass tile at the entries would correspond to that too. And you can see going into the classroom too, there's a little, the field of the classroom will typically be this neutral color, but we do have some accents in there at the entrance, right where, you know, most of the time there'll be a lot of furniture in there. You don't really see the floor in the middle, but this area is always kept clear, so we put an accent there. And also against the outside wall where we have some built-in casework. This is a little bit different pattern than what we had previously. This is in the cafeteria. So this is showing a linoleum. We've carried a linoleum pattern in here that kind of picks up on the radius of the front of the platform. So on the platform itself, we have a wood strip flooring, and then then this neutral accent color, neutral field color for the majority of the area, and then some of these accent colors that, again, we've carried the accent colors into the same accent colors into this area, and we have some radiating color stripes here, and also some typical curves there. And this is also something, this could help when setting up for, you know, if you do have a presentation in there, you're arranging chairs, you know, sight lines, you know, these are all facing the radius point, where the stage all comes together there. In the faculty dining, again, more of the same. The cafeteria also has an element that comes in from the lobby, and that would be this plastic laminate paneling. In this case, it's up high, and that runs around the entire room. You can see it around here, and then goes actually up and over and creates the proscenium opening for the platform. I don't have a curtain. We just got the curtain samples today, but there will be a stage curtain there, and what we're looking at doing is a deep blue, which again picks up on that color. There's a rich velour fabric for the stage curtain, and behind that, typically it'll be closed, would be an operable partition, so that when you're using this space, it will typically be used as a music classroom. So that this operable partition, it's a motorized operable partition. It'll be shut, and it'll make that kind of it'll be soundproof, more or less, classroom. What else in here? Again, we've got
We've got the typical ceramic tile on the surface, on the wall surfaces, very durable and easy to maintain. Vinyl base, rubber base around the bottom, and we're looking at this more or less neutral color there as well. Typical classrooms, again, we're looking at this accent along the outside wall, and as you come in, we're also looking at doing an accent wall on the teaching wall of each classroom. When we started to render this, it looked a little too vanilla. You know, it was, and we were trying to get some color in there. So what we're proposing is to have one wall painted out as the accent color. Excuse me, of each classroom. This is the media center. So this is the wall that abuts the lobby, and again this projected bay. So this would be the field carpet. These are built-in circulation and display, periodical display millwork items, and then some accents in this color here. And we're proposing this for the field, and then these other colors for the accents. Typical toilet rooms and locker rooms are treated the same. So this is at the first floor. Actually, this is art and science, and then again we have this typical this stripe down the corridor and into the lobby here, and then we're treating this curved wall with a darker linoleum there, and we have these display units on either side of the toilet rooms. The toilet rooms would be treated with this neutral color, and then the women's, the girls' rooms would be this blue accent, and the boys and men's with this gray accent. Those would be the floor tiles. They have a speckle to them, and then walls would be corresponding. This for the boys and men's, and then this would be the accent tile for the girls. Also in the toilet rooms, we have solid plastic toilet compartments. We're proposing a dark blue color for that. It's pretty resistant, we found, to graffiti and people writing on it. We also have at the multi-user toilet rooms like this, we have a multi-lavs built-in sink, and that would be this speckled color here. These are just some typical patterns we've got going in various areas. Pretty much all of the corridors, stairs, any place where we have high traffic, we've treated with ceramic tile, and we have a pattern going through. It's typically this is the neutral field color, and this would be the accent, and then this would be another stripe accent that would pass through. Just one point of note, this is at the main lobby area. As you go up the main stair to the bridge, this is on that high wall adjacent to you. So this would be looking toward the gym, and then to your right would be the corridor running down into the gym. But we would propose to spell out Auburn with the accent tile there. This kind of illustrates the condition at the stairs, as I noted before. The first and top, the bottom and top tread would be the contrasting blue rubber tile, and then the rest would be the more neutral field tile. Again, this is looking at the toilet room wall. We have some display cases, and the glass tile along here, and then the darker blue would be this tile here. Does anyone have any questions? Or
comments. I think I covered almost everything. There are a couple here. The window sills are this color here. This is the window color. Again, it's a beige, fairly neutral color. We intend to carry that inside for door frames. Science lab countertops would be the epoxy resin, pretty durable, chemical resistant. In the kitchen, we have a quarry tile, would be this gray color, and then on the walls of the kitchen, these FRP panels, and those are fiberglass reinforced plastic, and they go together with vinyl joining pieces so that they're waterproof. You can hose them down, and they're completely resistant to water. At the lobby also, the main stair will have this mesh, stainless steel mesh on the guardrails. So that's pretty much the basic theme. As I noted, we'll be coming back to you with some specific millwork pieces and other things. But we're asking you for your approval tonight so that we can release a lot of these materials, get them ordered, and make sure that they're here in time to be installed when they need to be.
Mr. Chairman, if I might, I mean, what I was looking at, I like what I'm being shown. It's light, airy, avant-garde, but I'd like to hear from principal and superintendent their feedback.
I think that's the bottom line, really.
Yeah.
I'll just throw in my 2 cents before you start, Joe. You have a learning environment, you've got an entertaining environment, you've got a religious environment. We want to create a learning environment. When the kids come in, they're there and they know what they're there for. And I don't know, when I see all of that, I say, wow, this is too much. But obviously, the school administration folks are the people that are going to make that decision. And we're going to say, I hope.
Well, Lamro Pagano did an excellent job of coming to a small subcommittee, so there were choices prior to the boards going up, so we were able to narrow down. So, Mr. Fahey was able to weigh in terms of durability and maintenance over years, because we're not just building a building for a short time, we realize we're building for a long time. And I think we stuck to, tradition, that we stayed with some Auburn colors, yet introducing, some lighter colors, so that, like you had described, coming into the building, it's bright and airy, and so there was a lot of input by this subcommittee to get where we are now. So Larry Pagano did a great job in staying neutral and allowing us some input.
And you're pleased with selections?
I am. Yeah.
I concur. We had say throughout the whole process, so we were very happy with the colors.
I could approve this in a heartbeat, but
Yeah.
that's just
we're
my
very
personal
happy.
opinion, that
Very
it's more
happy.
important that,
The building's going to bleed blue, is what I'm told.
yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
Oh.
not to deviate from call scheme, I haven't been here for a couple of months. And when you're talking about the bathrooms, is there going to be a liquid soap dispenser and a dryer for the hands?
That's my understanding, correct?
Yes.
Yes, for both,
We
yes.
have,
Instead of having a big
the
mess with
electric hand
papers and
dryers
everything all
and
over.
the built-in soap dispenser.
We have the electric hand dryers now at the current middle school, so.
So Eric, what do you, if I might, Chairman, Eric, what are you looking for from?
I think we're just looking for your blessing on these so that we can, so that Lamro Pagano, we have all these submittals. We'd like to release these colors to Fontaine Brothers so that they can get the materials ordered.
What would you like to do, Mr. Chairman?
Well, I think, it's a motion to concur that, we accept the colors as, presented so far for the interiors. It's already been vetted by the, administration and schools and stuff, and
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we authorize Larry Pagano to proceed with the colorations that he's presented to the contractors and subs.
Second.
Any questions, concerns, others? Nope. Wayne?
I just got a concern with that, like Mark was saying, the top and bottom of the stairs, where it's gonna be a dark blue, is that gonna be hard for people that have problems seeing?
I think where the other floor, the floors around it
Yeah.
are either this color linoleum, or the other treads would be this color here. I think there's enough contrast there, so it achieves the intent of high contrast for somebody that's visually impaired, and helps them see that's where the treads start and stop.
Okay, thank you.
I think it does the same thing as a bright yellow stripe. in that
Is
case.
any color better to,
No, it's.
Visually
what
impaired?
my understanding is they're looking for a high contrast.
Right.
simple high
As
contrast?
opposed to, a specific, like safety
Right.
yellow or
Okay.
anything like that.
All right, any other questions? All right, all those in favor of the motion for the colors so far?
Right.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That's approved. Let's go to, let Fontaine do their little update of construction, both what's happening and coming up here, and then we'll go back to the second warrant article.
So we're continuing to set granite curbs and light pole bases around the site. For concrete, we're going to be pouring our last rooftop curbs sometime this week, and our last major slab on grade in the kitchen and cafeteria. Our last actual slab on grade is going to be at the lobby and the stage area, and that should be done the last few days of the month. Masonry, we have completed the gym CMU walls, and we're working on the exterior brick veneer right now on the south elevation, but we're going to be moving to the north elevation next week. If you look, you'll see the sheathing and air barrier going up around the building. Inside the building, we're framing pretty much everywhere. Roofing's going up right now, pretty much all over the place. Right now they're just working on the air barrier, but next week they're going to be doing the actual membrane. So it's watertight right now, but once the membrane's on there, it'll be completely solid. Plumbing, mechanical, electrical, that's all continuing with rough-ins. Fire protection, right now they're just working on the first floor. They're going to be moving to the gym next, then to the second floor, the classroom wing. Mechanical, next week, you're going to see the large gym duct come in. That'll take a few weeks. Electrical, they're just pretty much roughing in everything right now. Further out on the radar, the skylight should be arriving around the 1st of October, and windows mid-October. That's it.
Any questions, Fontaine and stuff? All right. So if we back up a second, we got passed out the second draft amendment. This is just, it sounds very similar to the first, but it's really the if bond council requires that we need another vote in terms of the use of the monies that were appropriated before. So it's to see if town meeting will vote to amend the use of the original appropriation for construction of the Auburn Middle School as approved by the town meeting pursuant to its vote on Article 17 of the May 2013 annual town meeting to include the acquisition by purchase, eminent domain, or otherwise of certain parcels of land, including temporary and permanent easements for the purposes of altering, redesigning, and widening West Street as required by the Auburn Planning Board site plan approval for the Auburn Middle School project, including costs incidental and relative thereto. This is the one Mary Ellen was talking about, that if just in case we needed, because of the bond counseling, since we have to get it done by the end of the week. And, school committee needs a vote tomorrow night, so.
It would be either or.
No, this would be in,
In addition. So
yeah,
this would be-
this is only if bond council thinks that we need from the original, the way the original article is written for, in terms of land takings.
So it would be a separate article.
Correct, it'd be 2 articles.
I'll make that motion that we approve this second article if necessary.
Second.
Discussions, good.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is the significant change between the two?
The-
What wording is changed in here? We talk about the acquisition, purchase, eminent
Well, the
domain.
first one talks about all the, it's gonna actually list out the actual pieces of property and stuff that we have to, that we're gonna encumber and stuff.
First one says that?
Well, that's in the italicized parentheses area, that's where the description's gonna be, the
Okay.
14 different little parcels that, at the, for crossings and everything that's gonna be in there. The second one's just if needed, but because of bond council, the way the original the original article, for the appropriation of the money for the construction of the middle school, if they deem that we need it for land takings, if it wasn't broad enough in the first one. So that's all the second article is there for, if they need something to, if we need something further, just to clarify that, for in terms of using that money for land takings. The first one's
Okay,
at,
the
the first one's asking for the approval, because the town meeting has to approve the land takings.
Yep.
The money's already there, so we're not, the monies are already in the overall master budget, and the town meeting has to approve the actual land takings. The second one is saying, only if needed, if the bond council decides we need it, because, the original article didn't talk about land takings. That, to appropriate the money, to allow the money to be used for that.
Okay.
So, minor changes to it.
I was just looking for it because it does talk about certain parcels. The other one says certain parcels. They say purchase, eminent domain.
One's the approval for going after doing the,
Okay.
for taking the lands, the other one's, is.
I don't think bond council cares about specificity. They just want to know that you're going to use this money to buy
That
land.
part of the overall $44 million can
But
be
the
used
one
to do
that's
this.
up above is the one that
That's the
we
specifics of,
approved, and that's the one it's gonna be. And if we have to change it,
Well-
then they'd change
It
down.
would
to
be changed to be in
there'd be,
addition to.
this would be in addition
Oh, this
to,
would be in addition to it.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Jim,
This second one, this would have to be looked at by town council.
Both of these will be reviewed, all warrant articles are reviewed. This is really just, it's quite possible that the first article may encompass all of the concerns, but just in case, because we're on such a tight timeline and it closes on Monday, just to be doubly sure to approve this one. But everything gets reviewed by council.
I thought the first one had already been discussed.
The first one was, it was, and
Okay,
town
in
council
wording,
reviewed that,
okay.
but it will be expanded upon with those italics
Okay.
are. There'll be language amendments to that.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
so did we vote on the second one? No.
No.
All right, any other questions, concerns? All right, all those in favor of the second draft, if needed by bond council with minor changes?
Aye.
I,
Aye. All those against? It's approved. All right. Next item up is all the review and approval of pending invoices and stuff that are out there. Money.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we pay Skanska invoice number 1311838, PDS 12212-30, dated 9/4/14, in the amount of $48,250.
second.
All right. Discussions, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's approved.
Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to make a motion that we pay Lamar and Pagano invoice number 1207-1408, dated 8/29/14, in the amount of $37,585.
Second.
Questions, comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It's approved.
And some nice round numbers. And Mr. Chairman, I also make a proposal that we pay Fontaine Brothers, application number 5, dated September 4th, 2014, in the amount of $1,874,960.64.
We have a second?
Second.
By Bob? Okay. Questions, comments? All right. All those in favor of the, paying the Fontaine, application number 5?
Aye.
Aye. All those
Aye.
opposed? That's approved.
Also, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay Skanska relative to the West Street improvements. Invoice number 1311838-100-12215-4 in the amount of $870.
Second.
Okay. Comments, questions? All right, all those in favor of paying the Skanska bill for the West Street improvements?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? It's approved. You missed Briggs. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we pay Briggs Engineering and Testing, invoice number 72846, dated 7/26/14, in the amount of $4,881.50.
Okay. Discussions, concerns? All right, so all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Voted.
And I think lastly, Mr. Chairman,
Vanessa
I'd like to
Hagan.
make a motion that we pay VHB, Inc., invoice number 0186347, dated August 14th, 2014, in the amount of $11,628.25.
Second.
We have a second. Discussions, comments? All right, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? It's approved. All right. Next item, other. Let's see, first, next meeting, the special town meeting's the 21st. So either the 14th or the 28th, I would assume. Probably October. I mean, this one's, probably the 14th is the right one. Yep. Okay, so the next meeting will be October the 14th, 7 PM here.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
under other
Yes.
factors, in our minutes of our last meeting, there was this discussion about the VHB schedule to have 25% drawings completed by August 15th, and they would be, these drawings would be given to the town of Auburn for review. I know this was discussed, but did we actually go through that procedure? And who's the town of Auburn that was approving these, the planning board or?
No.
Oh, okay. The board.
Everything's been
and
reviewed.
everything went through him?
Yep, it's also
Okay.
been reviewed by
Okay.
Mass DOT.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
I was just wondering if there was going to be any planned tour of progress in the building.
We had one last month.
I know.
Before.
I missed it, so.
I think we could schedule it, I mean, whether we do another big group one or we could do some smaller ones, we can certainly schedule something.
You can also, if you want to schedule it, just let us know.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
All right. More personal note and stuff, on behalf of the board, I want to wish Paul a speedy recovery on unfortunate surgeries coming up. Hope to have you back with us. Sorry to see you leave again, but
Same thing?
Yeah, the fuse didn't take place. And screw broke, so October the 6th, I actually,
wish you all the best. Bob?
Will that sum of money for the draft, not the draft, for the article for the town meeting be available to the board on the 14th?
It should be.
Should be.
Yeah, because it has to be in, what's the
Has
schedule?
to
It was
be
the
in
11th, I
the-
think, was the,
I think he indicated.
right, the appraisals will come in October
Oh.
the 10th, and everything will be.
yeah, the whole warrant package has to go out the 7th to town meeting members, so, yeah, the numbers will be available.
You
At
know,
the,
and sometimes it's a sum of money and you get it at the last minute, a day
Yeah.
or two before.
It will be last minute for the town.
Okay. Any other issues, concerns? All right, then take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.